Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching. Today we are going to be talking about the season finale of Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn Season 4, Episode 10. I know this episode aired a couple of days ago, but this is the order I'm getting it to you. I know I was kind of late for reviewing the entire season. Start off with Harley attacking Joker's wife and her children, threatening them to give up the Joker, and she is able to get him. Batgirl, as I predicted, is paralyzed. So she is not dead, she is alive, but she is paralyzed. So very similar, I believe that did actually happen in the comics. She is going to now be the chair, or the person in the chair, hacking all the stuff in the background. Jim Gordon, her dad, is like, yep, I'm going to beat the crap out of whoever did this to her. Ivy's having a good time. She's like, yep, we overthrew Lex Luthor. But all these other women are like, yeah, we're still going to go to Lex's party because it's just all part of the business world. That's what's going to happen. And Ivy is not too happy about that. Ivy's definitely not too happy about that. Joker is getting thrown in a bunch of guts. Harley threatening to have the hyenas eat him. And then Joker, and she ends up hosing him off because she's like, oh, the meat will be, the hyenas will be too quick. And then the Joker's like, well, you're somewhere in between because a real villain would have already killed me and a real hero would have already brought me to the police. So, like, what are you? And she has just accepted the fact that she is somewhere in between. Leaves him tied up. This kid takes a picture of the Joker all tied up, which I think is kind of funny. She just leaves him there tied to a tree. Then Ivy decides they are going to go to Lex's party because she wants to kill Lex Luthor. So that's the whole plan there, is they're going to go to the moon, go to Lex's party, kill Lex Luthor. That's what she wants to do. So they do end up doing that. They end up actually going to the party. Joker is chained up. He is like a leash on a pet. He is a leash, or a pet on a leash, I should say, at this point. But Harley's trying to figure out how to use the bathroom. And lo and behold, she finds Superman in a kryptonite shield. So basically, by weakening the ozone and using kryptonite, Lex Luthor was able to steal all of Superman's powers, essentially. Or drain his powers, copy his powers, something along those lines. So now Lex Luthor essentially has all of the powers of Superman. Did that happen in the comics? I haven't the slightest clue, because I honestly don't really read the comics too much. But I'm sure it's a possibility. And poor Superman is just like super weak, and he's like, hit that button right there, free me. And Harley does not do that. So Clayface is about to make his star appearance. He's kind of doing the Marilyn Monroe thing, Mr. President, and then Lex Luthor jumps out of the cake. So yeah, he's got the hair, he's got the super suit, he's got his little doggy there too, and he is just really powerful. This leads to Ivy fighting them, and the reality of it is now that he has all of Superman's powers, he can't really do anything. So Harley comes out of nowhere, starts fighting him too, because obviously, fighting your girlfriend, you gotta go help your girlfriend out. They get thrown into a closet. Ivy feels like she's kind of accomplished nothing. Their relationship seems to be solid, though, at this point in time. Harley's talking about, I don't know where I am, and then I was like, it's fine. You want to help people, some people, that's fine. You want to do destructive stuff with me, that's fine. I am perfectly happy with you being somewhere in the middle. So they decide they're going to go ahead and go use the laser that they use to help the ozone in order to blow a bunch of stuff up. And she's like, and Ivy's like, there's 3 things you do with a laser. Its intended purpose, removing hair, and blowing stuff up. So that was the whole plan there of Ivy. Lex, going on to the plan, decides to go after them. What's interesting, though, is we do know that Superman can survive in space. So why is Lex in a buggy? Or maybe it's because he's a human and he's using kind of borrowed powers that he's not able to breathe in space. But I thought that it was very interesting because I figured Lex has all of Superman's powers. That means he can just fly out into space and be perfectly fine. Apparently that is not the case. So they use Batgirl to hack into Lex Luthor's lunar buggy, and then it crashes. And then Ivy and Harley essentially blow up Wayne Enterprises. They blown up everything, an expensive oyster place. They blow up a whole bunch of stuff in Gotham, and Al Ghul is not happy about it. Bruce Wayne is also not too happy about it. He does end up actually getting out of prison at the end of this. However, because they used the laser so much, it put a huge strain on the moon, and the moon is falling apart. Harley then decides, okay, I'm going to rescue Superman now, finally. So Superman is not dead. She does bring out Superman, and this might be your money shot right here. That might be the money shot. But Alfred, who's been trying to get into this kind of Ivy League prison, I guess is the best way I can describe it, finally commits a crime as a Fortune 500 company, only to realize that Bruce Wayne got out, and he ends up fading, and he's like, great, I just did all that work for absolutely nothing, which kind of sucks. Harley then gives the Joker to Jim, who Jim is not the commissioner. You know, it's no longer Commissioner Gordon at this point. It is Legion of Doom security guard Jim Gordon, which Ivy also blew up, by the way. So no more Legion of Doom at this point anymore. Everybody seemed to get out of there safely. If they want to kill somebody off, they have the ability to do so. And be like, oh, yep, they died in the blast. And then Jim was like, yep, I am going to put jumper cables on your nets. It's basically where that went. He was like, I've seen some sick stuff, and I know what to do with a pair of jumper cables. Superman, as we can see, definitely is surviving in space, being he is pushing the fractured moon back together. Clegg, the business tycoon, Ivy was peeing on his grave. Batgirl shows up in a wheelchair because, as I said, she is paralyzed. Barbara... and they thought she was the one that called him there, but in reality, a person we haven't seen all season from the Cop Squad. Yup, there you go. There is Catwoman showing up in all of her glory for the first time this entire season. And then we learned that someone stole Nightwing's body. So Harley said, yep, obviously we're going to take the weekend off, which I thought was kind of funny because they air this on Friday, or they were airing this on Friday because, you know, season is over with at this point in time. So it's kind of funny that, oh, we're taking the weekend off because it is literally the weekend as the day after they air this. So the next thing they're going to do is go figure out who stole Nightwing's body. So here is the new Cop Squad. She said Birds of Prey, and they're like, no, that doesn't even make sense. And I thought that was kind of funny because of that Birds of Prey movie, and like none of them have like bird-related skills. I don't know if that's a comic reference, and maybe there was actually like someone that had bird abilities. But we are at the Lazari Hot Springs, I believe. Let's go back and see if we can actually get the image on this. I want to see the name of the actual place because we zoom out and we are apparently on the moon. Lazarus Hot Springs. So we are in some sort of hot springs with a bunch of kind of goo. Miss Al Ghul tells her son Damian or Robin that we are going to bring your buddy back to life, and here comes Nightwing back to life. And if I remember in the comic books, when Nightwing died and got resurrected, he became Red Hood. So possibility we will see Red Hood. So Nightwing is not dead anymore. No characters actually died, which is kind of weird because you would think, you know, they have the ability to do it, but no, they were against it. And they did. Even the Queen of Fables is a head in a jar. Queen of Fables is somehow still alive. I thought she was dead, but she is a head in a jar at this point in time, which is kind of crazy to me. But not a bad way to the end of the season. I kind of was like indifferent on this season. You know, I was giving out a lot of 7s. I think I gave out a 6 at one episode. It's been kind of a mess season. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't super impressed with the seasons. First 3 seasons, I would say definitely better. To my knowledge, as of right now, there is no renewal. So we're done. As of right now, we are done. Yep, there's your wiener rocket. We'll leave it. There's a good image, good still image to leave it off on. And there's no renewal. So yes, they definitely set it up for the possibility of a season 5. I mean, the show has a decent following. I haven't seen a lot of commercials, advertisements about it too much, whether that be online or I am one of those old people is still rocking the cable television at the moment, which maybe I won't soon enough, but, you know, whatever. It's included in the price. But I don't know where we're gonna go with this. I mean, obviously we could have Nightwing become Red Hood, and then him go after Harley. That makes sense. That's where next season would go. But at the end of the day, Ivy didn't really accomplish anything. Yeah, she blew a bunch of stuff up, but it's not like she actually killed the people that were responsible for doing that. Lex Luthor is still alive. All of these powerful business people, besides Clegg, are still alive. So nothing really got accomplished, so I felt like that was a little bit of a letdown, which is why I'm going to rate the finale. I'm giving it another 7, Good action, good fighting, a little bit of character development, not a whole lot going on with that, but I guess it's one of those things where if you just sit back and enjoy the show, you're good, but if you look a little bit deeper, you may be a little bit disappointed this season, and that might be where I think we might have to end it off. But decent season, but definitely I would say out of the 4 seasons, this has probably been the weakest. If you go back and rewatch the other 3, really nothing. I hate to say nothing got accomplished. We got to see Harley and Ivy's relationship develop, and we, at the end of this, they're still good, which is fine. They kind of got that resolution moment in this episode where they're back together because Harley is no longer in the Bat family. Batgirl is also no longer in the Bat family. She's going to be joining up with the Cobb Squad, so that'll be interesting to see that in the future if we do get a season 5. But we're just going to have to wait and see at this point in time. So yeah, there's the season finale. I will be reviewing Rick and Morty season 7 when that comes out, so that's like 2 weeks from now. But in the meantime, you still got Bleach, you still got Jujutsu Kaisen, so you can look forward to those videos as well. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button on your way out, and as always, have a good one.